Now we're going to practice writing the equation of a parabola when we're given a graph instead of written information about the focus, directrix, and or the vertex. So notice here that our focus point is right here, and I can write that value as 0, 5. Notice that it is a y value, so I know that I'm going to be using the equation that starts with a y. So y is equal to 1 over 4p x squared, where p has to be equal to 5. This is our p value. So y is equal to 1 over 4 times 5 x squared, or simplifying, I get 1 over 20 x squared as a final answer. Last example here now. This time I'm not given the focus, but I am given the directrix line, and I am told that the directrix is at x equals negative 7 over 12. So that's my x equal to negative p. So that means that my positive p, the p value for my focus, must be the opposite of that, or a positive 7 over 12. So it's somewhere over here at the point 7 over 12, 0. And so that is my focus. And notice that it is an x value. If it's an x value, then I know that I'm going to be using the equation that starts with an x. So x is equal to 1 over 4p times y squared. I've already said that my p value is equal to positive 7 over 12, given that my directrix was at x equals negative 7 over 12. Let's plug this in. X is equal to 1 over 4, and I have a 7 over 12 to plug in there, y squared. All right, we're going to have to do a little bit of manipulation to these fractions. If I come over here to the side, I can write 4 as 4 over 1, and then times 7 over 12. And that gives me 28 over 12, which will simplify. Let's see, I can divide both of those by 4, giving me 7 over 3. Okay, that's great. So now I have 1 over 7 over 3 y squared. That's still a little messy. I'm dividing by a fraction. And so what I can remember from, I think it's 5th grade math, is that dividing by a fraction is equal to multiplying by its reciprocal. And so I can say that taking a 1 and dividing it by 7/3 is the same as taking a 1 and multiplying it by 3 over 7, which is going to give me 3 over 7. So finally, I can write my answer as 3 over 7 y squared. If you have no desire to remember your 5th grade math and how to do operations on fractions, let me show you how you can use Desmos to do this for you. In this case, it's not desmos.com and go to the graphing calculator. It's desmos.com/scientific. We want our scientific calculator. Once we do that, we can put in our entire big old fraction that we started with. So I'm going to click the A over B button, and on the top, I'm going to put a 1, and on the bottom, I'm going to put 4, and then in parentheses, 7 divided by 12. So that was my whole fraction that I had to start with. And if I look over here at the result, I see a kind of an ugly decimal, but there's a button right here that lets me change it to a fraction. So notice when I click this, I can change from a decimal to a fraction back to a decimal. And so that's how you can also get 3 over 7 without doing your 5th grade math.